Woohoo, now that makes it like official, and now I'm super nervous. Okay. Anyways, we are going to start a little bit of work with me. I'm going to try to make it kind of quick because I have to go pick up my daughter again. She's only in school for an hour and a half. Stupid and ridiculous. But I will bring up a different type of Zoom to Amber, and we'll kind of like work that out. Quick kind of like housekeeping kind of thing. Make sure everybody's doing your self-development. That's like the biggest IPA that I can tell you is personal development and leadership development. Those two things are going to grow you so much. You have to be careful what you're putting in your ears and what you're listening to. Right now I have on some music in the background. You probably can hear it. And as we go through the work with me, as you're doing stuff for like 2 or 3 minutes, I'll put the music up so you can kind of like rock out to that. But yeah, self-development and leadership development is huge. We're always growing. That's exactly what this business is. It's a business with self-development. Like it's self-development with the business aspect. If you're not growing, your business is not going to grow. So just make sure that every day you're trying to at least take just a couple minutes. If you throw on a podcast, like my thing is I'm busy. I'm a mom. I don't have time to like listen to an hour-long podcast or an hour-long sermon from, Stephen Furtick or whatever. So I'll put that in my ear. And the moment that I get something out of it, I'm like, oh, that's good. And I'll turn it off because I've gotten what I needed for the day. I don't have to spend another 40 minutes listening, right? Do that also with leadership. There's tons of podcasts, there's books, whatever you want to do, at least spend 5 minutes, right? You don't need a ton, but always be growing. Make sure that you're putting your products in your stories, sharing your 3 steps. That's something that's a huge IPA for me. And I do it every day. I will always share that I have my capsules in my hand or I'm taking them. I will always share my shake usually. People will see my DFT. Sometimes I'll have my daughter helping me. That was actually a really good one. I would take little videos of her taking out my vitamins, taking out my shake and my DFT. She'd actually put my DFT on me. Don't be afraid to share our Zooms on the stories. That's also really good. Show the community. We were just talking about that, right? Community. Show the community that we're here to support each other and that we're here for it. And don't forget to show regular life, okay? That's big because I don't know about you, but if I go on someone's stories and it's all business, I'm like, click, bye. I don't want to hear it. But if it's like a business post and then the next one is like something on their life, I'm like, oh, how cute. And I'll just keep scrolling, right? Like I'll kind of keep staying in their stories. So you want to make sure you're not all business. Last little overview kind of thing. We've been talking about samples. Make sure you're putting that up in your stories, that you have samples available, whether it be directly from Lavelle in our back office or from your personal stash. You definitely want to have samples, right? That's how we get people on Thrive. That's the bread and butter of this. And that's how we're getting our butts to Texas. Well, I mean, you guys are already in Texas, but so we're going to start on Instagram. That was my little bit of overview here. We're going to start on Instagram and we're going to spend like 2 or 3 minutes on each thing just because it's got to be a quick one today. So what we're going to start with is we're going to pop into everyone's stories. I'm going to start on stories, go in and go all the way to the back. Like Harriet said last week, I don't know if everybody was paying attention if you know, but if you click on, you'll see it here, the stories. If you go all the way to the end, it's the people that you've least interacted with. And those are the people that you want to communicate with. You want to start having them pop up more in your feed. If you haven't really interacted with them much, that's who you want to start with. So I'm going to set a timer. We're going to be in the stories for about 3 minutes. Once you've commented or something on someone's stories, go to the next one. Don't like spend forever in one person's story. All right. So let's do that. Timer is set. I'm going to put up some music here. Don't be afraid to let me know if you have a question.
No more playing Mr. Nice Guy. Some pretending that I'm alright. I fake a laugh, keep acting up a gas like I never had a struggle in my whole life. But can I tell you the state I'm in? Cracks away, the light gets in. Maybe we don't have to have it all together. What if grace made it safe to tell you the truth? Oh, maybe we can make a shelter for each other. Turning lies in the light and we'll make it through. All together, all together. Love keeps our broken pieces all together. I want a church that looks like 12 steps. We're all are honest and accepted, but it's gonna take myself to cultivate the kind of life that others haven't seen yet. Do I dare tell you the state I'm in? Cracks away, the light gets in. Maybe we don't have to have it all together. What if grace made it safe to tell you the truth? Oh, maybe we can make a shelter for each other. Turning lies in the light and we'll make it through. All together, all together. Love keeps our broken pieces all together. Am I the only one who struggles here and now? Am I the only one who wrestles with my doubt? And if I tell you all my secrets, will you go running out? There's only one way to find out.
All right, timer. I'm gonna lower this. All right, so typically I would do like 3, 2, 1s while I'm on Instagram if I could, but I'm not gonna do that today just because we don't have a crazy amount of time, or I don't have a crazy amount of time. But I use 3, 2, 1s to help clean up my network. So when you're doing your 3, 2, 1s, you can see if you can't interact with somebody, if you can't like and comment and all those things on their posts, get rid of them because you don't mesh with them. So that's kind of how I also use my 3, 2, 1s to clean up my network at the same time. Just a little side note there. We will do, let's do like 2 minutes of adding to our network. You can do that through Reels. You can do that through searching hashtags, whatever you want. See if you can add maybe like 1, 2, 3 people to your network, whatever feels good for you. We set a timer. We'll do 2 minutes of adding to our network. Ready, set, go, guys.
Keep holding on, you won't have to wear those chains. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Whatever the struggle, whatever the pain, no matter the fear, the battle you face. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. You are not alone. All of
right, time. All right, so we've been in stories, we've added to our network. We are going to, I'm going to do kind of a 2-for-1. I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. You can pop into your messages if you want and see if anyone if anyone's messaged you over the past like day or so. You can respond to people there. You can also scroll in your news feed and respond to people on there that you haven't interacted with that much. Let's see, I'm gonna set for 3 minutes. So I'm probably gonna be on my news feed at this point because I have the time to scroll. And I'm gonna comment on some people's stuff. And then you can also pop into your own stories and see who's looking at your stories. If someone is like following your stories and you notice that they're in there quite often, pop onto their feed and see what they have, comment on some of their stuff, start getting a little bit more friendly. All right, so let's see, 3 minutes, let's do it.
This heart inside my chest is still beating. Well, I guess it's not too late. What if today's the only day I got? I don't want to waste it if it's my last shot. Oh, no regrets in the end. I want to know like I know what if. I'm running till the road runs out. I'm lighting it up right here, right now. Oh, no regrets in the end. I want to know like I know what if. Yeah. See, I refuse to be a shoulda, woulda, coulda been. I can't go back in time, I don't have a DeLorean. What I'm trying to say is I don't wanna say these words again. Worried, worried. But last I checked, this heart inside my chest is still beating. Well, I guess it's not too late. No, no. What if today's the only day I got? I don't wanna waste it if it's my last shot. Oh, no regrets in the end. I wanna know like I know what if. I'm running
I can't help myself but sing, guys, so sorry. Can't help but sing and dance.
no regrets.
Girl, that's my little boy's favorite song right now. My 2-year-old.
Is it? Oh,
Yes.
I'm gonna keep rocking out to it, girl. I like it too, I'm not gonna lie.
Right. It reminds me, like, I don't want to wonder what if, you know?
Right. Heck yeah. All right. That was 3 minutes. That flew by. Okay. So let me see what else. Normally on Instagram, I would separate a little bit of this. So I would do like stories, I would do the feed, I would do my story, looking at it to see who I can comment on and who I connect with and who I don't. And I kind of clean up as I go. I know Amber, some of the other girls clean up like once a week. I personally do it almost every day. If I'm finding somebody that like I know I'm like skipping all their stuff, I just delete them. Okay, so that's kind of me. I just kind of do it as I go along. Whatever works for you, stick with it. But you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so I will do my 3, 2, 1s later and clean up my network when my kids go to bed. So let's hop over to Facebook real quick. Let's do a little bit of that.
Hey, I have something on birthdays. I just heard it on Megan's Zoom last night.
What? I missed
Offering free birthday happy packs. Yeah, I was like, boom.
Like,
Yes, I'm
what?
definitely gonna do that. And I'm not gonna immediately offer it because some of them don't answer, but I'm gonna say happy birthday, ask them how they're celebrating, and be like, hey, I always do free trial packs of my happy packs or whatever, however you want to word it. Would you be okay on trying one? I'll send it to you for free. Girl, that is good.
Genius.
Yes,
That's really good.
Yes.
You could even put that in your stories too.
Right. Yeah. Birthday
Like,
packs. Yep.
You could do happy packs and say, listen, if it's your birthday, might have something
Comment
special
here.
for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's genius. Okay. I like that. I dig that. So since we're going to do birthdays now, I'll do like 2 minutes of birthdays because it shouldn't take too long. There's usually not a whole lot. So let's do birthdays real quick. I'm not even going to set a timer. We'll just do it super quick so hop on into Facebook. Let's do those birthdays. If you want to offer that pack, go for it.
Padre, te confieso a corazón abierto que todo es muy incierto en este desierto. Mi vulnerabilidad está al descubierto. Siento que mi barca está muy lejos de su puerto. ¿Por qué será que ya no sale el sol en mis días? ¿Por qué mis noches son tan frías? ¿Por qué será que siento que me falta algo? ¿Por qué este camino gris se siente tan largo? Sé que está sobrando aunque no te sienta. Sé que está sobrando.
I really got to learn the words to this.
Sé que voy a salir de esta odisea. Sé que voy a ganar esta pelea. Sé que va a cesar esta marea temporaria. Que yo viviré una vida extraordinaria. Y aunque no pueda entender, me consuela saber que.
All right. Okay. So my birthdays are done. If you're not done with birthdays, you can keep going. Let me lower this a bit. We will do 2 minutes on stories, and then I'm gonna go right into 2 minutes on like the posts, and then I'm gonna kind of just close it up, okay? Because I gotta get my daughter. So let's do 2 minutes in stories on Facebook, starting now.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. Todo el mundo en su mano está. Todo el mundo en su mano está. Todo el mundo en su mano está.
Oh, I love this song.
Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. Lord turn his face toward you
That was 2 minutes. So I'm gonna hop out of the stories and I'm gonna just go into my feed. And you can, when you're in your feed, I think there's like different ways you can do it. You can hit menu, you can look at recent and favorites, or you can specifically go to like people that are in your stories. It's up to you. Just spend a little time in the news feed or on someone else's page. Ready, set, go.
Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. So we receive, we agree, amen.
All right. That is time. This is my favorite part of the song, so this makes me sad right now that I'm turning it down. But okay, so let me do a little wrapping up here. I would normally also do 3, 2, 1s on here and clean up my network. I would also look to add to my network. I'm not gonna lie and say that I add to my network every day. It's probably about every other for the most part. You can look in your suggestions. They have like people you may know. Just be careful with that because sometimes you're in somebody else's group, if that makes sense. Like there's already a promoter in there and you kind of you're not going to want to friend that person if they're already seeing it from someone else, kind of thing. Look for people who have, yes, add one day. Yeah. So I lost my train of thought. Mom brain. Oh my God. I totally lost my train of thought. So, anyway, I try to get into like either groups or like I'm in a Firewife group and I will just genuinely comment on people's things. And when I find things we have in common, then I'll start to like friend request people, but I'm not going to pop in a group and like one post and friend request them. Yesterday, I actually had a girl ask if there were any New Jersey wives. And I was like, hey, me. And she friend requested me. So she's moving to New Jersey. She's coming from, I think maybe Texas. I think it might be Texas. But she's coming to McGuire Air Force Base. So like we were chatting and now she's a part of my community, which is great. So that's how I add genuinely. Like I'm not just kind of clicking on people like, hey, let me add this person, let me add this person, let me add this person. Cause that's like not cool. I don't like if people do that to me. On both platforms in Facebook, Instagram, I will always kind of like look at my stories and see who's commenting on my stories. And then I'll go to their page. I'll see what they're up to and try to reciprocate, if that makes sense. I try to kind of really just build a genuine relationship with them. Especially if they're following my story, then they're interested in me for some reason. I'm connecting with them, which would mean that we have something in common. Because if there's that connection that they want to follow me, they want to talk to me, there has to be something we have in common, and I just need to go see what that is. Another little side note, something that I do every month, in the beginning of the month, usually the first of the month, I will go on my back office. I will click on my customers and I will write down everyone who has an upcoming auto ship. And then I will write like 5th and I'll write everybody's names. 10th, everybody's names. 15th, everybody's names, and so on. And then in that beginning of the month, I will like carve out like a half an hour and I will message every single one of them and say, hey, listen, just want to let you know, I see that you have your auto ship coming up on the 10th of this month. Just want to let you know if you need any help figuring out, you know, how to change stuff in there, or if you need any help with anything, I'm here for you. Let me know, you know, have a good day. So I will always tell my auto ship customers that they have it coming up because I don't want it to be a shock to them, especially if it's like their first auto ship coming on, like they might have forgotten. And if that goes off and they don't know about it, that's like not a good thing. And then at the end of the month, which is something that I'm probably going to do later on this afternoon, I will look through and see who ordered from me the month prior. And I will send out thank yous. I send out little thank yous, a little thank you note saying, I so appreciate you. Here's a little something from me. Let me know if I can ever help you with anything else. And I'll just send them either a packet of like rest or a shake or activate or chill, whatever. I just send them like one little thing just so that they know that I appreciate them. And that's like customer service. That's the customer service aspect for me. So that's something I do in the beginning of the month and then the end of the month. Also, in the chat, Amber has posted about that Tony Robbins free workshop thing that's going to be happening. So if you have not signed up for it, I highly suggest that you do. It's free and it's going to have an incredible amount of juiciness in there that's going to help you. So if you haven't signed up, if you need help, you can just drop in the chat, let us know. We'd be happy to help you get set up. And, you know, obviously we'll all share and try and keep everybody up to date with what's going on in that group because it's going to be a good one. On that note, I'm going to close down this Zoom. Thank you for working with me. I hope that it helped you. If you have any questions, just reach out. All right. Bye, guys.